Erectile dysfunction can be quite the downer for anyone who has to deal with it. But fortunately for many of those individuals, there are a few medications that can help with this. And Viagra is one of the most well-known medications used for erectile dysfunction. But is it only useful for males? Or can females get some benefits from taking Viagra? Well, in today's video, we're going to talk about how Viagra helps with erections, who should use it, is it safe to use, and go over some of the potential side effects. And of course discuss some of its other uses beyond erectile dysfunction in males. And we'll even do a quick comparison to other erectile dysfunction medications like Cialis. It's going to be an expansive one. So let's jump into this anatomical and physiological awesomeness. So first, let me clarify the name of this medication. Viagra is the brand name of the medication we're going to be focusing on, but you may have heard it called by its generic name, Sildenafil. So Viagra, Sildenafil, same thing. Likewise, when we briefly talk about Cialis, Cialis is the brand name of that medication. Its generic name is Tadalafil. Now, in order for us to understand how Viagra works, we need to review a few things about how a male erection works. And to do that, we're going to take a look at the inside of a real human penis. So, here we go. So you are taking a look at an amazing cross-section through the body of the penis. And let's address the elephant or the alien in the room because yes, the internal anatomy of the penis does kind of look like an alien. But the structures we're most concerned with are these two erectile tissue bodies on either side called the Corpora cavernosa. And these are made of this vascular cavernous erectile tissue. Cavernous because if you look closely, you can see these little sinuses or these hollow spaces between these little beams of tissue. And these are going to be what engorges or fills with blood during an erection. So during sexual stimulation, whether that's visual, auditory, tactile, smell, imagined, or whatever combination of those different stimuli, this will activate a division of the nervous system called the parasympathetic nervous system. And the parasympathetic nervous system will send signals into the penis and cause nitric oxide to be released within. Now, nitric oxide is going to be very important for our Viagra story because nitric oxide will cause certain enzymes to be activated that will cause the small arteries that feed the erectile tissue to vasodilate or open up, and therefore bring more blood into the penis or the erectile tissue. Not only that, it will cause the erectile tissue, these tiny little beams of tissue have smooth muscle embedded in them, and that smooth muscle will also start to relax. And if that smooth muscle relaxes, those little sinuses or spaces will open up and allow more space for blood to flow in. So it's a combination of those two things. Get more blood in there with vasodilation, open up the spaces to allow more room for the blood, and voila, we get an erection. Now, there are even more details on how an erection works, and so you're more than welcome to take a look at our previous video on erections, but everything that we've discussed so far in this video will give us enough to understand how Viagra works. So how does Viagra actually work? Well, we have our whiteboard to help us out with this. We have our cross-section through the alien-looking penis represented here, and we also have an important enzymatic pathway shown above. And of course, Super Viagra represented here. So Viagra is a drug classified as a phosphodiesterase 5 enzyme inhibitor, or PDE5 inhibitor for short. But what in the world does that actually mean? And more importantly, what does this have to do with erections? Well, as we discussed earlier, during sexual stimulation, nitric oxide, represented by this big NO up here, will be released within the erectile tissue of the penis. That nitric oxide then activates an enzyme called guanylate cyclase, and this enzyme increases the levels of another molecule called cyclic guanosine monophosphate, or cyclic GMP for short. Now I realize we are dropping some technical terms here, but stay with me because this will come full circle. Higher levels of cyclic GMP are what promote the vasodilation of those arteries feeding the erectile tissue of the penis, as well as relaxing the smooth muscle within the erectile tissue itself. So again, if we bring more blood into the penis while simultaneously increasing the space available for that blood to fill, we get a proper erection. But eventually, that erection needs to go away. You can't just be walking around with one of these things forever. And one of the things involved in helping resolve an erection is the phosphodiesterase 5 enzyme, or PDE5. PDE5 breaks down the cyclic GMP that helped create the erection in the first place. So as cyclic GMP levels fall, the vasodilation and smooth muscle relaxation begin to decrease, and the erection resolves or goes away. Now, if someone is having difficulty achieving or maintaining an erection, one possible solution would be to maintain higher levels of cyclic GMP. And this is exactly what Viagra does. Viagra inhibits the PDE5 enzyme, meaning less cyclic GMP gets broken down, and therefore we have more of it. So essentially, Viagra enhances and prolongs the nitric oxide signaling pathway that helps create erections in the first place, thereby making it easier to maintain and achieve an erection. So let's cover the importance of taking Viagra properly. First, Viagra taken in the proper amounts does not directly cause an erection. Instead, it enhances the physiological response to sexual stimulation. And we obviously covered those physiological responses just a second ago. But it's important for someone to know that they're not just going to magically have an erection appear by simply just taking the medication without some sort of stimulus. But this stimulus could be as simple as a thought, or the other stimuli that we mentioned: visual, auditory, olfactory, and tactile stimulation. Now, the dosing again is obviously quite important, and that's typically 50 milligrams. Another thing to consider is the timing, meaning that Viagra should be taken about 30 to 60 minutes prior to planned intercourse. And the reason for that is to allow the absorption of the medication into the bloodstream so it can actually take effect. The duration of action, or how long it lasts, is about 4 hours. So you'll have that 4-hour window of coital opportunity, if you will. But I should probably specify, I'm not saying that you are going to have an erection that lasts for 4 hours. I'm saying that there's about a 4-hour window where it will be easier to achieve and maintain an erection. If you are having an erection that lasts longer than a few hours, then we're having some issues there, but we'll address that when we get into side effects. And with all this talk about improving and protecting the flow of blood, traveling through very important arteries, let's briefly talk about protecting another type of traffic, your internet traffic, by introducing you to the sponsor of today's video, NordVPN. Now, most people have probably heard the term VPN before, but very simply put, a VPN helps encrypt or protect your internet traffic, especially when using public Wi-Fi networks in places like airports, hotels, coffee shops, or even gyms. Because poorly secured public networks can potentially allow bad actors to intercept or monitor your data traffic, which is sometimes referred to as a man-in-the-middle attack. And considering how much sensitive information people access online now, from banking information to personal emails to online shopping, it's probably not a bad idea to add some additional layers of security. And one thing I particularly like about NordVPN is that it also includes features like Threat Protection Pro, which can help identify malicious websites, phishing attempts, scam links, and even certain malware threats before they become a problem. Because some scam websites are becoming surprisingly convincing nowadays. And if you're worried about whether your password's been compromised, Nord's Dark Web Monitor continuously scans for leaked credentials and alerts you if your information appears in known data breaches. I also travel quite a bit for filming and conferences, so I'm constantly connecting to hotel and airport Wi-Fi, which is one of the reasons I personally use it. So if you want to check it out, go to nordvpn.com/anatomyvpn to get an exclusive NordVPN deal with an additional 4 months for free. Plus, it's completely risk-free because Nord offers a 30-day money-back guarantee. That link and information will also be in the description below. And now, let's get back to correcting erections. Now, an interesting comparison, Cialis, which is another phosphodiesterase 5 enzyme inhibitor used for erectile dysfunction. This medication works in a similar way, but its duration of action, how long it lasts, is much greater than Viagra. Now, you can still take this medication in a very similar way to Viagra, meaning you could just take it prior to planned intercourse. So you could take it one day and then not take it for a few days, and then when you're planning on having intercourse again a few days later, you could take another dose. But because it has a longer duration of action, or lasts longer, and creates this longer window of coital opportunity, because that's what we're calling it, this has made this medication a good candidate or a good choice for taking it daily at a lower amount. And so some men have felt like this has made it so that they can be ready to go at all times and have more romantic spontaneity with their intercourse. But what about the safety and side effects? Well, Viagra and even Cialis have been shown to be relatively safe when used properly and under the direction of a healthcare provider. But that doesn't mean some people don't experience some side effects at times. The most common side effects that you'll see or hear about are things like flushing of the skin, headaches, indigestion, even nasal congestion, lower blood pressure, and specific to Viagra, some people will rarely experience this thing called blue vision, which is this blue tinge or blue color to their vision which will actually resolve as the medication wears off. Now, although rare, another potential side effect is something called Priapism, which is a prolonged erection lasting for several hours. And despite what some people may joke about online, this is considered a medical emergency because blood can become trapped within the erectile tissue for too long, which can potentially damage the tissue itself. Now, most of these side effects can actually be explained because of how Viagra works. Because remember, one of the things Viagra does is vasodilate or open up some of the blood vessels. So for example, like the flushing of the skin, if you vasodilated some blood vessels in the skin, you could get that skin flushing. Now, if some people are experiencing side effects, what they can do sometimes is just try to take it at a lower dose. See if the side effects are minimized, but they still could somehow get some therapeutic response with the medication. Now, there are some contraindications or situations where people should not take this medication at all. One of the biggest examples would be people that are already taking nitrates, which are medications commonly used to treat certain cardiovascular conditions such as angina or chest pain. The reason for this is because both nitrates and Viagra can promote vasodilation, or the widening of blood vessels, and combining the two can potentially cause dangerously low blood pressure. Now, of course, everyone's medical situation is a little bit different, which is why we always encourage people to discuss these medications with their healthcare provider before taking them. Now, interestingly enough, Viagra actually has several other medical uses outside of erectile dysfunction in males. And this is also where we can discuss if there's any reason for females to use Viagra. Now, the interesting thing is that Viagra, or Sildenafil, was originally being researched for cardiovascular related conditions because of its effects on blood vessels and circulation, before researchers noticed its rather obvious effects on erections. One legitimate medical use today is pulmonary hypertension, which is elevated blood pressure within the blood vessels of the lungs. Because sildenafil can promote vasodilation, it can help relax some of those pulmonary blood vessels and improve blood flow through the lungs in certain patients. Sildenafil has also been investigated in conditions involving abnormal blood vessel constriction, such as Raynaud's phenomenon, where reduced blood flow can affect the fingers and toes. It has also even been studied in high-altitude physiology for conditions such as high-altitude pulmonary edema, because high altitudes can increase pressure within the pulmonary circulation and place additional stress on the lungs. And of course, researchers have also investigated whether Viagra may have effects in females. Now, you may initially wonder why females would need this, because the clitoris does not have the same mechanical role during intercourse that the penis does. Well, the clitoris is actually the homologous structure to the penis, and it actually has some of the same erectile tissues inside that will fill with blood. Now, obviously, a clitoral erection is on a much smaller scale, and again, doesn't have the same mechanical requirements during intercourse. But physiologically, this idea actually makes some sense because the medication can increase blood flow to the genital tissues in females. And so the idea is that it could potentially help with arousal and sensation due to the increased blood flow. However, the research results have been mixed, with some females reporting benefits and others not, which goes to show that sexual arousal is more complex than just increasing blood flow. But hopefully you learned some useful information about Viagra and even Cialis. Thanks so much for watching and supporting the channel, everyone, and we'll see you in the next video.